Hey crew and Nikki. I've been working on upgrading my camping gear. So I actually, over the last few days, I've done a whole bunch of stuff. I made a tarp to cover the hammock I bought at Walmart out of Tyvek. Unfortunately, it's not big enough, but you know, I made it. So you'll see a little clip of that here. And basically what I did was I cut the Tyvek into a hex shape and put duct tape on it to reinforce it. And actually I specially ordered some 1/2 inch width duct tape so that it adds a little structural integrity, but I didn't feel like it needed a 2-inch slice on it. So yeah, I did that, but then I also actually bought some special string or line or cordage or whatever you want to call it to upgrade my hammock suspensions after watching a bunch of videos. So for instance, the hammock I bought from Walmart for 25 bucks came with this thick black cord, low quality cord actually, from for its suspension system. And the hammock that I bought, the Hennessy hammock, the camping hammock that I bought, came with this higher quality thick black heavy cord. So but I replaced that cordage with this, which is called Dynaglide, and this Dynaglide, you can see the difference in the thickness of it. Has a 1,600 pound breaking strength and should be fine to hold my weight. Plus, it's a hollow core braided rope, so you can do cool stuff with it. For instance, you can make, this is called a continuous loop, and actually I've got some video of me making a continuous loop out of the Dynaglide. Then after I made the continuous loops, I actually replaced the gathers on the ends of the inexpensive hammock, and you're seeing some video about that. So cool. So I've put these continuous loops that I made on either end of this hammock, on either end. And I've replaced these thicker, heavier loops with these thinner, actually stronger loops, more efficient loops as well. So, isn't that cool? They're lighter weight. They're lighter weight and they're stronger. But then I also actually made something called Whoopie slings out of longer pieces. And what a Whoopie sling is you can, using a similar method that you use to make a continuous loop, you can actually create a loop on the end of of a long piece of cord, and then you can actually bury on the other side, you can create a long bury where the cord goes through the center because it's a hollow. You can bring it back on itself, bring it through the center for about 10 inches, or you can choose how long, and then
bring it back out again, and then you can slide it back and forth through that, and therefore adjust the length of the end of your cord. What that allows you to do is when you hang your hammock, you end up with it makes it adjustable, and instead of having heavy, thick components, you've got these super lightweight, thin, adjustable components, and it cuts the weight and the bulk of the hammock significantly. And so actually these cords, replacing these with these cut the weight of the hammock by 1/4 pound, which isn't that much, but more importantly what it did was it created it obviated the need for some other components. And they're tree huggers with adjustable lengths, but you need carabiners to hook into. These carabiners are actually, they were cheap carabiners I bought, but they're pretty heavy. These straps obviously are huge, and the straps and the carabiners weigh almost 1 pound. And these go around the trees, and they have lots of loops on them, so you can attach the carabiner to different loops at different lengths, to deal with the fact that you rarely find 2 trees that are exactly the distance apart that you want for the hammock. So you need to be able to adjust the length. And so those Whoopie slings now do that, and everyone laughs when I say Whoopie sling. Go ahead, laugh. Sarah did it, Scott O'Daniel did it. You guys are all a bunch of losers. You're all childish. Whoopie slings, Whoopie slings, Whoopie slings. So yeah, I've been working on that, and it was actually pretty cool. And I'll show you actually the ends of my Hennessy hammock. So as a point of demonstration, I'm going to show you how I would hang up the hammock with the new suspension system that I put on there. So this is that lightweight strap I showed you. We'd put it, so they call them tree huggers. Essentially put it around the tree, and the thicker straps, you put them around the tree, it protects it from getting ruined. And then what you can do is you can use something called a Marlin spike hitch to essentially create a knot to hang your hammock on. And you turn it over like that. You do this, and you stick a stick or something through, and just have a pencil sitting around here. So that's what I'll use, like this. So you create a knot in there, and then you slide the Whoopie sling over it. So basically, you have the ability to adjust where that knot is at exactly on that tree hugger, and that'll actually hold your weight. So then I can actually take my snake skin here, pull it up like this, which frees up everything, and this is the end of the Whoopie sling here. This is where the rope is buried in itself. This is the tail. And if I want to make it shorter, I just grab this and push up like this and pull it, and it pulls tight. If I want to make it longer, do the opposite. Just do that, slide it and make it longer. So anyway, there's great directions online for how to use a Whoopie sling, and it worked really well. I'm going to have to obviously take it out somewhere and set it up to really see how it works, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah, so see, this is actually, he's not quite on the pad the way he should be, but that's okay.
When did it change? Because that's my story and I'm sticking to it.
Just recently.
How recently is recently?
I don't know. Nikki came up with it because Crew and I kept saying it anyway. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
And so am I.